Yeah,
We haven't played it
I haven't even been shown, but Rabbi asked me to do that. I'll do
we'll
Robert.
do it.
Good. I will be doing it. I just need to figure out where the thing is.
Yeah. I thought it was upstairs.
I don't know.
If it's upstairs, I could see it.
No, it's not upstairs at all.
Oh, good.
I'll take care
Here.
of it. I actually just need to get my bag because I shouldn't leave this unattended bag in the lobby. Somebody will complain.
It's easy they cannot see it, so don't put on the floor. You, I know you like.
So, and then in January, he will start.
It's opening up. It's open on the floor.
I didn't ask you to open. You opened.
No, you were opening
Sounds good. Hear us argument.
Oh, you're running the cameras?
I have to break in and buy some.
Yeah.
Hi, my Zoom friends. I'm going to mute you all as our services are about to begin.
And I can't unmute them. We're not going to hear again tonight. I don't know what happened with Zoom on your machine, sweetie.
Nothing happened.
I didn't touch anything.
Now the sanctuary is muted.
I gotta go again.
Hold on, it's coming.
We all.
Hey, folks, take two. Shabbat Shalom. My name is Cheryl Brown. Sorry, they've heard this already. And on behalf of Congregation Beth Chaim, it is an honor to welcome you to our Shabbat service this evening as we Zoom from the synagogue, this time not on mute. We want to maintain a warm and welcoming feeling for those services and create a sacred space that will inspire prayer. For those on Zoom, please help us by staying muted unless the clergy invites you to unmute and participate. You are welcome, however, to write in the chat box. And while we will not always be able to hear one another, we would love for everyone on Zoom to sing along with us. All of the liturgy will be displayed on the screen to help you follow along. If you have any trouble with the technology, our Director of Lifelong Education, Ann Berman Waldorf, will be happy to assist you. For those praying in person, we ask you not to sing to keep everyone safe. Although we are physically separated and masked, we are all one community in prayer and celebration. Thank you for joining us in prayer and celebration this evening.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashamet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ochem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Welcome to everyone who is with us tonight in person, by Zoom, and by YouTube. This has been a difficult week for the Jewish people. All of us with friends or family in Israel have worried and feared for their safety. For those of us with a deep connection to the Promised Land, we feel bereft to see so much violence erupt, especially in places where we saw coexistence between Jews and Arabs for so many years. Many of us feel that our hearts are torn and our thoughts and prayers are with our brothers and sisters across the sea. And while our hearts are breaking, the Jewish people has always known that even in the face of challenge and difficulty, we need to find opportunities to celebrate. And so it is my pleasure to celebrate several people this evening. One, a past president of Congregation Beth Chaim, Don Leibowitz, who has given so much of himself to so many organizations in the Jewish community, but tonight we honor his longtime service to the Union for Reform Judaism, our movement's North American board. And we also celebrate this Shabbat another member of our community, Dylan Spector, who will be called to the Torah tomorrow morning as one of Beth Chaim's B'nai Mitzvah. So I now invite Dylan and his family, the Edelsteins and Spectors, to lead us in candle lighting and Kiddush this evening. We first have a reading from Dylan's grandparents, Linda and Marty.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And we raise our Kiddush cup high, which contains the fruit of the vine. In this case, it's grape juice, but Manischewitz for those who like to enjoy as well. We can talk about that later.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'hava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinhaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim.
How does the wine go in?
You pour it right down the middle.
Oh, so we pick it up.
You have to lift up the blue cup and pour it down the middle of the silver.
Do you want to do that? No. You do that.
This is the trial run for tomorrow, too. You'll be pros by then. And I think there's enough for everyone to have a glass. Chaim. And now we'll hear a reading from Dylan's other grandparents, Eileen and Jeff.
I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love.
As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other. To work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illume all of us and to bring that vision to life. Amen.
Thank you all. Mazel tov. We're so excited to celebrate with you this Shabbat. If that'll make you happy. Absolutely, Dylan. We got plenty more where that came from. We turn to Lecha Dodi, our prayer of gratitude that Shabbat, our beloved, has arrived.
Lecha Dodi, Nikakala, Veni Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Nikakala, Veni Shabbat, Nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'divorecha, Yishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, Shem u'tiferet v'nitila. Lecha Dodi, Nikrat Kala, Veni Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Nikrat Kala, Veni Shabbat, Nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha, ki v'kol habracha, מראש מקדם נסוך הסוך מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, ונשמה נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, ונשמה נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי העורק ומיורי אורי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, ונשבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, ונשבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, ונשבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, ונשבת
I invite our friends on Zoom to unmute and greet each other. Shabbat Shalom. Turn to your neighbors in the sanctuary. Good Sabbath.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, Dan.
Right, Eileen.
All right, and we'll continue with our call to worship Baruch Hu as we rise one more time. I'm keeping you on your toes tonight.
world into being and spread all the stars in the heavens above. You made the morning and evening, surrounding us daily with signs of your love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yitbaru ma'ariv aravim, ma'ariv aravim.
We read responsively. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Shem kevod malchuto leolam vaed.
Please be seated.
Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. יה לה יה לה 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 יה לה 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 והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום בלבבך. לה 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 ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובתומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות מעיניך וכתבת על מזוזות ביתך, על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. לה לה יה לה 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 למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We read responsively again. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again, we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, It has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה. Adonai Imlok, Adonai Imlok, leolam vaed.
Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer might not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. Please rise for the Amidah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר, מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדום אלך, מלך מביט ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, וחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We turn our thoughts to gratitude, and we want to have a chance to share with our community all that we are grateful for this Shabbat, this week, this month, this year. If you'd like to say thank you for a blessing in your life, we'd love to hear it. Ellen, take it away.
I'm thankful for our son, Evan Perkins, graduating and getting his degree in public health.
All right, we are very grateful for Evan Perkins graduating, getting his degree, and so many others that are celebrating this important milestone occasion at this time. But Mazel Tov, Chason and Perkins family. Cheryl.
I'm thankful that the 14-year-old is getting first over vaccination.
All right. Grateful that our 12 to 15-year-olds can be vaccinated now. I have a feeling that the Spector family might want to say something. A lot to be grateful for health, to be physically together. Oh yeah, that too. To be virtually together to celebrate milestone moments like B'nai Mitzvah and high school graduation. Mazel tov to all of you. We're grateful for leaders who give of their time and their energy to benefit others, especially their community. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Grateful for the Iron Dome that helps keep Israel's citizens of all backgrounds safe. And we'll continue with our words of gratitude.
Modim אנחנו לך, modim אנחנו לך.
And as we keep our thoughts on the state of Israel, I offer up this prayer for peace, for the return of peace, by liturgist and poet, the Israeli-American Alvin Solovey. O peace, you fleeting dream, O justice, you fickle hope, today we do not pray in your name. Today we pray in the name of the children who have never met you, who have not been blessed with your love or your truth. Surely their cries must someday drive you out of hiding, summoning you to cast your healing upon all the earth. One God, ancient and merciful, justice and peace are yours. Halt their retreat from the world and send them to us for good. Do it for the sake of your name. Do it for the sake of your right hand. Do it for the sake of your holiness. Do it for the sake of your children, so that all may live in the fullness of your gifts as one family on earth under your canopy of love. And so we continue in silent prayer, offering up our hopes and our dreams and our wishes for those close to us and those far away.
Say shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, lehu amen. Uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, amen. Shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amen.
Our thoughts now turn to those all over the world in need of healing. Healing of the body, healing of the mind, healing of the heart, and healing of the soul. Friends on Zoom, please type names of those you are holding onto dear this Shabbat in the chat box. And I'll invite our friends in the sanctuary if you'd like to share any names out loud as we garner strength from each other. To those names we add Rhoda Schwartz, Arlene Grable, Teddy Molaski, Noah Hecker, Marvin and Ginny Gittleman, Betty Abramowitz, Bob Gast, Chaim Ben Esther, Elaine Berkowitz, Cherie Harden, Barbara Gladstone, Rosalie Krieger, Piper Fitzpatrick, Dorothy Chason, Jill Sava, Yisrael Binyamin, Arlene Mulry Pearl, Lisa Schur, Louis Baskin, Erica Taylor, Sandra Schachter, the Weisberg and Evans family, Bernard Greenwald, Allison Schaffman Flood, Gail Malter, Avram Glazer, Iris Horowitz, the Aflalo Faye Urkel family, Scott Horowitz, Nikki Van Rensburg, Frank Waldorf, Sharon Fallitz, David Hudsman, Howard Salz, Catherine Isnardi, Yosef Achaya Shoshana bat Rachel, Leah, Shanda bat Bela Frida, Chana bat Elka, Chava bat Miriam, Chayaliba bat Zeta, Manya Blima bat Malka, Sandy Lohman, Menachem Mendel ben Rachel, James Block, Yehuda Shmuel Yaakov ben Chana Liba, Yom Tov Chaim ben Chaya Liba, Aharon ben Chaya Liba, Louis Jacobs, Eileen Applebaum, Bobby Schwartz, Mary Delahanty, Lisa Garwood, and all those around the globe suffering from COVID-19, as well as everyone affected by the recent violence in Israel. We invoke the names of our ancestors with this prayer for healing.
Misheberach Avoteinu, Avraham, Yitzchak veYaakov. Misheberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, and Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, 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 and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Misheberach Avoteinu, Avraham, Yitzchak veYaakov. Misheberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, and Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, 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 and bless us as well.
It is now my pleasure to invite our guest of honor this evening, Don Leibowitz, to the table so that both our friends in the sanctuary and on Zoom can see you. But you don't have a chance to speak quite just yet. You have to listen first, sir, to a lot of nice things that are going to be said about you. And I imagine that she is not alone, that there are a number of your friends and colleagues that you have served on the URJ North American Board with for quite some time from all over the country on Zoom tonight. But one in particular will have the opportunity to speak to you. And I think you can see her on the screen, Maury Willis, who is zooming in from Cincinnati, Ohio, who also had served on the URJ's North American Board for 12 years and is now an active alumna. So Maury, I turn it over to you.
Thank you, Rabbi. Hi, Don.
Hi, Maury.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I've known Don for all of his 17 years as a member of the URJ board. We both came on the board as regional presidents back when the URJ had regions. Since then, I have seen Don work hard to empower URJ board members to act as knowledgeable and active ambassadors from their congregations and the URJ, between their congregations and the URJ. He has also helped to develop policies and practices for identifying and providing the guidance and resources to create thriving, sustainable congregations. During his 17 years on the board, Don has served on numerous committees, commissions, and working groups. In particular, he says he especially has enjoyed being on the trustees committee, where he has helped to orient new trustees and served as a mentor to many new board members. Although Don is no longer a voting member of the board, he continues to attend board and committee meetings. In fact, he currently chairs a small working group looking at how best to use the talents and interests of alumni board members. It's my pleasure to honor Don for all his service to the URJ. Mazel tov.
Oh, okay, I'll take this. First, I just have to say, Rabbi, this and Cantor and Ann, this is wonderful. I feel like I'm on the backstage tour seeing how the weekly Shabbat Zoom is produced, being here. So, and Mazel Tov, Dylan, to you and your family. So if I can find, okay. So, Maury, thank you so much. That was really very sweet, very, very kind of you. It's been wonderful knowing you and everyone on the URJ board for all those years. So let me just say, I'm deeply honored to be recognized by the Union for Reform Judaism and my own congregation, Beth Chaim, for years of service on the URJ's North American board. My time spent's been so very personally rewarding. I feel I've received much more than I've given. As a trustee on the board, I've had the opportunity to study and learn from brilliant, dynamic rabbis and scholars, to work with inspiring, innovative leaders. Most of all, I've formed so many friendships with the most wonderful people from so many places. My life has been enriched in ways I could never have imagined. I'm especially proud to have contributed in building a strong relationship between Beth Chaim and the URJ, helping our congregation to understand our connection to the larger Reformed Jewish community in North America, Israel, and the world. I'm so appreciative of the support I've received from Beth Chaim and its leaders. As Maury mentioned, while my official position as a trustee is concluded, I'm not ending my engagement with the URJ, planning to continue actively as an alum. I'm very grateful to all who made my time on the board so meaningful, enjoyable, and who devote themselves to the success of the URJ and the enhancement of Reformed Jewish life. Thank you all so much.
And I get the last word. Don was one of the first people I really got to know at Congregation Beth Chaim as my first summer here. I started in July. I was really getting to know a group of adult students, the Torah study crew. And so it was really lovely that Don and Karen not only opened their home to me and made really went out of their way to get to know me, but Don and I have then had a pleasure of working together as we try to guide the future of Congregation Beth Chaim. And I so appreciate what you continue to do for our synagogue, but it's not every congregation that has their leaders also give back to the Reform movement. I know how much you care about the Union for Reform Judaism and the future of American Judaism writ large. And so I know that you will not stay too far away. It's just not in your DNA. But to really speak personally about Don's work in mentoring new board members, it was actually because of Don that my husband joined the North American board and has really spoken to Don over the years about what it means to be on the URJ board and what is the future of that organization. So I'm grateful to you personally, as well as in my role as Rabbi of Beth Chaim, and we're so excited to celebrate you tonight. So thank you, Don.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rabbi. It means a lot to me. It really does. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. So I'm going to invite you to join your wife again, and I was going to ask everyone to please rise as we turn to Aleinu, our prayer reminding us to partner with God to make this world a better place. And each and every one of us, even if it's a small act, can do our part to put the broken pieces of our world back together.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב עיקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts now turn to all those in our lives who have gone before us, who we miss this Shabbat, this week, and often. I am about to read the names of loved ones. If you are remembering someone for Shloshim or Yartzeit, the anniversary of a passing, I invite you to stand when your loved one's name is recited. Our congregant Lisa Jasper is in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for her mother Marlena Elkin. And remember these Yartzeits that fell this past week: Karen Hicks, Simon Babbitts, Rita Kantrowitz, Donald Becker, William Lewis Bloomberg, Helen Burns, Maddie Lippitz, Lee Chason, Dorothy Stanley, Carl Byrne, Carlisle Eater, Judith Schreck, Harry Trush, Esther Carlin, Eva Green, Abraham Heller, Herman Fierst, Sylvia Fierst, Ruth Gussler, Rose Cram, William Okrent, Beverly Medoff, Ida Gitnick, Francine Lichtman, Joel Berwick, Abraham Gross, Marion Bierbaum, Dorothy Weinstein, Belle Berman, Leo Grossbard, Irving Galuskin, William Sallet, Sam Friedman, Frida Price, Sylvia Bakerman, Martin Steinman, Rose Lindenbaum, and B. Ruttenberg. And we now all rise together as one community as we remember all those who have died. We recite together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yirtei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon, u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivrach, le'alam u'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. You may be seated. Zicharnam livracha. May their memories always be a blessing.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Brown. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Congregation Beth Chaim, thank you for joining us this evening for our Shabbat service, whether in person or from home. Mazel tov to Don Leibowitz for many years of dedicated service to Beth Chaim and the URJ in our community. Tomorrow morning, we will have our weekly Torah study in person at 8:45 a.m. At 10:30 a.m., Dylan Spector will be called to the Torah to become one of Beth Chaim's B'nai Mitzvah. At noon on Saturday, the Men's Club will have a Jews with Tools Day of Service. They will be installing touchless faucets in the bathrooms, a new water cooler, and a new shed. Wow, it is an ambitious punch list, so we could use your help. Not mine, but yours. On Sunday, we celebrate our last day of religious school for the year with Learning in the Lot at 9 a.m., followed by Zoom school and religious school enrichment at 11 a.m. At 9:30 on Sunday morning, join us via Zoom for a special program, Speaking Religious Truth to Political Power, with Rabbi Andrea Weiss, the provost of our movement's rabbinical school. Following up on the hard work of the Men's Club, we will have a volunteer work day on Sunday at noon to spruce up the temple grounds. Many hands make the work easier and more fun. Please bring gloves and tools if you have them. Sunday evening at 7 p.m., please join us on Zoom only as we celebrate Shavuot and confirmation. Mazel tov to all of our confirmands. On Monday at 9:30 a.m., we continue to observe Shavuot with a service including Yizkor. On Tuesday at 7 p.m., the Finance Committee and the Gateways Nefesh Task Force are meeting at 7 p.m., followed by the Membership Committee at 8 p.m. There will be a Beth Chaim Fundraising Committee meeting on Thursday at 7 p.m. Next Friday, we will have Tot Shabbat in the lot at 5:45 p.m., followed by Shabbat services indoors and over Zoom at 8 p.m. Please remember to register for all in-person services using the link provided in the Thursday email each week. Visit our website, bethchaim.org, for more details about upcoming events. Thank you, as always, for being a valued member of our community, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Cheryl. We're going to close out our service in song. A song for a better world, a world that we can build together if we lean on each other especially.
Olam chesed yivane, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. 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 I will build this world from love, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. You must build this world from love, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. If we build this world from love, yalalai, yalalai, yalalai. God will build this world from love, yalalai, yalalai. Olam chesed yivane, 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 yalalai, yalalai.
We turn to the hello words of the priestly benediction, the words that remind us that God is near if only we will look, and that we are all working towards the same goal, a world of shalom, of peace, of wholeness, of healing, of safety and security.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless us and protect us.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine upon us, and may God be gracious to us.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May we always feel that God's presence is near, and may we be blessed with the greatest gift of all, the gift of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.